Hey, what's up everyone? It's Doug here with Retro Geek Gaming, bringing you another video discussion. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk, we're going to do a This Week in Gaming video in which I'm going to bring up a few topics that I've kind of heard throughout the week that I just kind of want to throw my opinion out there on because I don't feel like making separate videos on it. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The first topic that we're going to talk about is Alan Wake. It's gonna no longer be sold. I think through Steam is what they said. So it's gonna no longer be available in a digital format unless you already own it. And I think they said they knocked it down to like 90% off or something like that. So it's a good deal. Pick the game up if you haven't already played it. I did enjoy the game. I didn't really finish all of it yet because I think there's one more DLC pack that I need to go through and finish up. But I did enjoy the main part of the game. And, you know, it's kind of a psychological thriller kind of game and all that stuff with, like, a loop within a loop kind of thing. And, you know, it's kind of fun. But that being said, it's kind of sad that they're going to discontinue it because that makes it seem like they're basically making no money off of it. So there's probably no potential chance of another Alan Wake game coming out. And that's kind of sad. But this is also part of my concern that I believe that I've voiced a few times. And one of my biggest gripes with digital is that eventually it no longer becomes available. Which is one reason why I think that I will always be a physical person. I understand why digital is there. It's convenient. Again, I love having the games that I have digitally on my 3DS because that means that I automatically have that library with me. But at the same time, if they say, like, this game is no longer available, like they're doing now with Alan Wake, then that's it. If you don't already own it, or if you don't have it physically, you don't get access to it anymore. And then if a server goes down, you no longer have access to that game. There's no point in you even having it. So that's my big gripe with digital. But if you played Alan Wake, love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you going to pick it up? Have you played it already? What do you think about it? And what do you think about the idea of digital games I've discussed? Do you think that this could be a potential problem? Or do you think this is something that will eventually just get resolved down the road? So, the next thing that we're going to talk about is going to be Sonic. I don't even know if I should even really talk about this. This is something that everybody's kind of talking about online, but we're going to talk about Sonic Forces and the fact that they revealed a customizable character. Now, this was something that I avoided speculating on because they were talking about there was going to be a third character, and I thought about doing a video that talked about my thoughts about the third character and stuff like that. Because I really thought they were going to do like an original character or bring in like a third Sonic, like someone from, you know, from maybe like Boom Sonic or Dreamcast Sonic or something like that to kind of fit the whole mode of going fast and all that stuff like that. But I like this. I have to admit that I like this because now you have the possibility of you being happy with the character. Like, you can literally make a Blaze-like character be the lead in this game. You can make a Boom Sonic. You can make anybody from, like, you can make anybody from like the Sonic Underground series, essentially. You have the possibility to now make the character that you want. Your fan fiction gets to come true, and I think that that's crazy. I think that that's great. And it really seems like Sega is throwing everything at the wall to make Sonic popular, successful again, and I wish them all the best of luck with this because I grew up in an era when Sonic was popular and Sonic was a force to be reckoned with, and even though I still enjoy Sonic games, I have seen the decline in interest in Sonic games over the years. Now, I personally always like the wackier ones, like, I really like Sonic Generations. I hear people talk badly about Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't know why. I kind of enjoy it. Like, I like the ones that just take risks, you know? That's the reason why I like Sonic Boom. It took a risk. Sure, it was from a new developer. They didn't really know what they were doing with it. And I can kind of see the faults that people are talking about. I'm not saying that it's a perfect game, but I don't think it's as bad as people were talking about, just because the fact is, it is still Sonic. Now, that's just me. I tend to like the ones that take a little bit more of a risk, because after all, that's the reason why we love Mario. We don't want the same 2D side-scrolling Mario all the time. We always want a different Mario game to play. But all anybody seems to ever want from Sonic is go fast. They don't want them to change the formula at all, and I don't know, that seems off to me, you know. But looking forward to trying this, looking forward to customizing a character and seeing how much of an importance this character plays within this universe. Like, does this character talk? Is it dialogue choices, kind of like some kind of like a Mass Effect game or something, where you can just choose the dialogue options? How is this going to work? All the multiple endings based upon the paths that you choose, because after all, they're all different gadgets and stuff. Are the gadgets going to change the way the stages are? I think this is going to be really interesting to see how it pans out. And hopefully they're not going to microtransaction us to death and basically say, well, if you want this extra backpack, it's 99 cents. I really don't like that. I've gone on and on about microtransactions. That's neither here nor there. But make sure that you guys put down in the comments below what you think about Sonic Forces and the customizable character, what you think that character is going to do, whether it's going to be important or not, and you know, if you're looking forward to the game and everything like that. Next up is something that I am actually really excited to be talking to you about, and this is the reason why this even brought up the whole This Week in Gaming segment that I'm doing, because there's other stuff that came up as well as this, so I figured I'd talk about it as well. But Sega, again, because they're taking the risks that they are with Sonic Forces, this is the reason why I feel like this was a relevant segue into this. Sega has announced more of an interest in like their older IPs, and they basically want to try to make a comeback. And this I'm excited about, because again, like I mentioned earlier, I grew up at a time when Sonic and Mario were basically going head to head of each other, and it was Genesis versus the Super Nintendo, and it was, you know, the 64 versus the Saturn and all that. And you know, I'm not saying that Sega needs to come out with a brand new system. I've kind of moved on past that. You know, I love the Dreamcast. I really thought it was a great system. And it probably could have competed with the GameCube, but, you know, Sega had their financial problems, and Sony didn't really help with that at all, with their juggernaut PS2. But the fact that Sega wants to come back excites me, because I've been saying this for a while. I'm sure that if you've been watching me a while and you've seen my previous videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sega has a healthy plethora of IPs that I would love to see them focus on other than Sonic. It's kind of like Nintendo doing the same thing. I know that they always throw in a Mario game, and that's fine, that's your mascot, but at least they give us Zelda, at least they give us Metroids and Star Foxes and Smash Brothers, and they give us other stuff. So what do I want to see from Sega? Well, anything really. You can bring back the Virtual Cop series, that's fine. And I've kind of talked about this in another video, so I don't think I'm going to drag out too much. But I mean, just come on. I love Echo the Dolphin. I've enjoyed the Knights games more than I've enjoyed some of the Sonic games that I've played. So a third Knights game would be great. Another Echo the Dolphin, as I've already said. You want to do the Mario Kart version with the Sega All-Stars Racing? Do the same thing with a Smash Bros. Clone. Come out with a Sega Smash Brothers. Bring like, I don't know if you can do Sonic now, because you're technically kind of working with Nintendo and Smash Brothers, but you get what I'm saying. Like, bring Ooh La La back, and bring back Alex Kidd, and bring back some of your mascots to fight. That might be a little bit over the top, because again you have Sonic and Smash, but still, bring us like another Space Channel 5, another Crazy Taxi. Bring us the IPs that you had in the past. Because, you know, I remember with the Dreamcast, you had a great offering of games. And even on the Saturn, you had some as well. And I mean, but now it's just, all you're focusing on is Sonic, and every now and then I see you kind of, you know, every now and then coming out with something. But I mean, work with publishers, like get with Platinum Games and come out with a Mad World 2. You know, work with these publishers, work with these developers, to publish a game, and just keep bringing them out. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. I'm just so overwhelmed with thought right now that I can't even think straight and talk straight, apparently. But I think it would be exciting to see Sega make a comeback. Even if they don't come out with another, you know, piece of hardware, that's fine. But I would love to see them come back with like a Streets of Rage, another Echo the Dolphin, more Sonic is fine. You know what I'm saying? All those great games that they have. They have a lot. I'm not even going to go into it. Even if you came out with more Phantasy Star games, I'd be happy with that. But I still want to see more from you, Sega, and I'm hoping that E3 will show us a lot. But only time will tell on that. Alright guys, and I realize I've kind of babbled on for a bit longer than I anticipated with this video, but we're going to talk about one more thing, and that is the whole thing that's been talked about over and over with Zelda coming to smartphones. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a fan of smartphone games. I understand the reason why they're there. Companies have the potential to make a lot of money off of them. But call me old-fashioned, because after all, I am an old gamer. But I come from an old school format where you buy the game and that's it. That's the reason why I like the Mario Run formula. Plop down $10, the whole game is yours. That's the reason why I like physical games. Plop down $60, the game is yours. You don't have to worry about losing it. You could lose it, but you don't have to worry about it being taken off from a server. You don't have to worry about this, that, and the other. And even though I kind of understand microtransactions and DLCs, and I've accepted them a little bit more, I still don't like the idea of smartphone games, but you know what it is, because Mario Run was kind of a fun game, even though I played it for probably, I don't know, a week. But the simple matter of the fact is that it's supposed to be coming after the Animal Crossing game, which is fine. But I want to see what Nintendo's going to do with it, because there's still no real announcement about what it's going to be. Although I would love to see it be, again, like I talked about in the previous video, something different. You have the mainstream Zelda game. You have Breath of the Wild. And you've already talked about the open world formula for Zelda is going to be the formula from now on. So the next, I guess, Breath of the Wild 2, if you want to call it right now, the next Zelda game that comes out, is going to more likely be an open world game. So this makes me think of maybe they're going to do the Four Swords. Maybe they'll have online multiplayer, linear dungeons that you do, and maybe you upload different ones each week, or maybe you pay for different map packs or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Just like with the Animal Crossing game, you can do the Puzzle League. You can come out with a little match puzzle game, kind of like Pokemon Shuffle. And that is your Animal Crossing game. I don't want to see them make a mainstream Animal Crossing game with the town building and all that stuff like that you get on a mobile game. I think that would ruin the main experience for the main fans. I think that if you are going to create an Animal Crossing app, and now a Zelda app, as you've talked about, a Zelda mobile game, that it needs to be something that is a assistant, a companion, if you will. It's not something that takes away from the main game. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like what Mario Run is to me. Like, Mario Run is the classic 2D Mario game that if you're that kind of a person like I am, you're an enthusiast of those games, you can enjoy, you can play, you can go back to, and even if they come out with DLC packs, you can buy more of them down the road. And then you have Mario Odyssey, which is the big sandbox 3D adventure that everyone loves and is excited about, me included. But that could be the main Mario formula going forward. But only time will tell, again, about what they're going to do with the Zelda app. Make sure you guys put your thoughts in the comments below about the Zelda app, the Animal Crossing app. What do you want to see them do with the Zelda mobile game? Are you excited about it? Are you kind of wishy-washy like I am? Kind of looking forward to it, kind of not. More on the not. And like I've said in the other segments, feel free to put your thoughts on anything that we've talked about with This Week in Gaming, as well as also put ideas down for future content videos. I'd love to hear what you guys would love to have me talk about. You can always thumbs up this video if you've watched it all the way to the end. That lets me know that you have seen it to the end and you enjoyed this content and you want me to continue to do This Week in Gaming. You're always welcome to subscribe, as I do videos at least once a week, and I'm going to try to get onto a formula to where I do more than one a week, as well as also start to do more than just like This Week in Gaming and stuff like that. Like This Week in Gaming, rants, fan fiction, the fan theories that I love to do. And, top picks. Bring that back. I haven't done a top picks in forever. But that's what I'm planning to do with the E3 video, which will probably be my next video unless other stuff keeps coming out, because it is around E3 and there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be announced. So hopefully I can get around to do my E3 predictions before big news happens. And I'm more likely to make that a top picks video. But I appreciate you guys watching as always. I apologize for the length of this video. It went on for a lot longer than I anticipated, but I had a lot to say about these topics. So thanks for watching. Have yourself a good one, and I'll see you next time.